Hey, Taurus. Thank you so much for purchasing your extended reading and for joining me over on Patreon. It's my first time and I'm launching it, and I do appreciate everybody joining, okay? Now, guys, carry over from your reading, your monthly reading. We had the Six of Keys, which you guys can go back and watch the video about what I said, and I'm sure you probably saw it. That's why you want to see the extended. So we did talk about the increscent moon. We also talked about being the initiate at this time. We also talked about some energies in your love life that came across, asking you to stay positive and something around your marriage or wedding or some kind of long-term commitment that you want or you have currently in your life. Also about the Queen of Coins, your ability to spend money, as well as you being able to make a decision and looking at the details of something. All right. Also waiting for to receive that final piece of information that you need, whether this information is coming from the divine or it's coming externally from somebody in your environment. That information will be coming. You will get the clarity that you need. And of course, we also had the Knight of Coins, which just goes to reiterate what I said about whatever this is that you're expecting to happen or bloom or blossom in your life. It might be taking a little bit, but it will definitely get to you. Okay. So let's see. We're going to be looking at your 12 houses. Okay. So I will be pulling 12 cards, one for each house. And then I'm going to pull some clarifier if we need to explain more. So we just need 12 cards. How is everybody doing? Taurus. You guys know I usually have been doing life path readings, but guys, we're taking it up a notch. When I started this channel, Spirit, I was like, oh, maybe Zodiac, because I joined the bandwagon. Everybody's doing Zodiac reading. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's what I'm meant to be doing, but Spirit was like, no, life path. And I'm like, what is life path? I have no idea what it was. So I had to go and start digging and researching to understand what life path number, destiny number is. And I'm like, Spirit, how are we going to do this? I'm just starting off, and Spirit was like, don't worry, I'll put the words in your mouth. Just get there. We'll put the word in your mouth. I'm like, okay, so I'm just grateful to Spirit because we've been able to make a success out of this. So let me see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need 3 more, I guess, for you guys. Holy Spirit, we need 3 more cards for Taurus. 2 more. Okay. So this 12 card spread that I'm doing, they're like extensive. All right. So we're going to be looking at every facet of your day-to-day life. All right. We're going to figure out, what's going on, what the energy is, what you need to pay attention to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. So let's dive right in, Taurus. So the first one, we're going to be looking at your first house, which, of course, people think, say Aries is the first house, but it's all about yourself, how you view yourself, the way you describe yourself, or how, if I gave you a paper to write down now, how you would write about yourself, what you would tell me about you. All right. It's all about the energy that you exude. It's all about how you perceive yourself, your appearance, even physical appearance to the world. It's all about your self-worth and your self-esteem and how you carry yourself. All right. In public. Now, guys, there's something here which is straightforward, telling you to engage in physical activity. So some of you might need to get out there and start exercising. You might need to start exercising, but there's something here that Spirit is like for you to get out there and start doing something physical, engaging in some kind of physical activity. I mean, some of you might want to look hard. You know, Taurians, I'm sure you guys love to dress well because Taurus is all about the fine qualities. You know, you guys love fine clothing. You like to smell good. You're all about your five senses, about tasting, about smelling, and you all are attracted to people who smell good, people who can satisfy your palate, you know, the food. You like people who can cook, basically. All right. You guys like people who can take care of themselves. You like to look good. You like to also hang around people who know how to take care of themselves. So Spirit is also telling you and challenging you, take care of yourself. So in case you haven't been paying attention to your physical body, Spirit is just saying, listen, it's time to do something to yourself physically. Or for some of you who maybe you need a haircut, or you need to change your wardrobe, or dress well, or take care of yourself. Some of you may have gotten to a place where you're like, you know, especially with that energy that we brought over, all right, from your monthly reading. You might have been in a place where like you're like fed up or tired, or that something is not working, so you might not be paying attention to yourself. But Spirit is like telling you right here, pay attention. Okay, so let me just quickly put one clarifier and see if there's any additional message as it relates to your first house that we're gonna get. Your sense of self. Okay, they're just telling you here, you know, the Seven of Pentacles is all about, you know, somebody working hard. All right. So basically, Spirit is just telling you, work hard at your at improving your self-esteem, your sense of worth, self-worth. All right. Keep working at it. Don't give up. So if you have to engage in some kind of physical activity, put extra work in there. All right, for yourself. So I'm gonna do this and place this one here. So the second energy, when it comes to your second house, and you Taurus are all about the second house. Okay, so it's the house of value, self-worth, possession, work. All right, there's something here talking about domestic harmony. So some of you may be juggling work and home affairs and needing to balance that out in your life. So Spirit is just calling this out and saying, listen, maybe there's something where you need to, like, you know, pay attention to harmony in your home life, you know, in your home environment. Okay. Especially if it's affecting your money or your ability to make money. There's a need, or, you know, Spirit calling your attention here, telling you pay attention to, you know, making sure that there's some kind of balance in your home life. Because when, you know, they say, what do they talk about? You know, when you have a balanced home life, then that will materialize or will come out and exude, you know, to your outward appearance and your ability to make money. If your home life is chaotic, how are you going to make money? It's going to be hard, right? You know, it's going to be really hard. Like, if your home life is not, your domestic life is out of whack, is not harmonious, how are you going to make money? So you have to take care of the inside. It's also what Spirit is telling me now. All right. Take care of your inside so that your outside can look good, so that your money can look good. Okay. We have two cards that came for this domestic harmony. And you have the Page of Pentacles. So it's just saying, take one step at a time, slow and steady. All right. Whatever needs to be harmonized within yourself or in your family life, your home environment, keep working at it. All right. Even if it's like doing the little things that is needed to make whatever changes that you need to make in that area of your life, continue to do that. There's also the Moon, which talks about something that is unknown or something that is hidden or some kind of truth that is not yet clear. All right. Or something that is not yet clear for you in that area when it comes to, you know, your ability to make money or expectation of rewards for your money. And remember, we picked up that energy about the initiates, all right, which talked about, you know, somebody who knows how to make money, has planted the seeds, and also that energy about the increscent moon, about some, you know, of course, it's not the full moon, like I said, but it's the moon increasing slowly and steadily and blooming for you. Okay, so there's still something that is not known. All right, and we picked up that energy about your indecision. all right, or inability to make a decision, or waiting for one final information or something else in addition to make a decision in your life. So it looks like that moon energy is also coming out here, but it might be related to your ability to make money, or in your material life, if it's not in your relationship. Okay, so with regards to your second house, which is all about your what you value, or what you consider valuable to you. And some of you might consider your home life valuable. You might consider your relationships even more valuable to you than money, if that's what it is for some of you. Spirit is just saying, do something little, all right, to usher in a change, all right. But there's something here that is still not known, that with time will become known to you. Okay, so let's look at your third house, which is it talks about how you communicate, how you analyze, and it ties back to the swords energy that we picked up here. I think we picked up the two of swords, all right. Two is also a number of harmony and balance, and we're picking up that harmony here, all right. So two is all about harmonizing and balancing. It could also be a number of extremities or polarity, but when it comes to how you communicate, how you express yourself, how you collect and give information or exchange information. It can also talk about maybe some blocks that you could have absorbed during your early childhood, things that will affect the way you think now, or how you process your thoughts, your mental and your analytical mind. It could also stem from things that you've accumulated from your early childhood. The third house also has to do with your siblings, how you relate with them, as well as your learning style. Okay, so for that, we're talking about relationship change. So there's something here, obviously, that Spirit is letting you know will be changing, needs to change, or should change. All right. And if some of you are having some kind of disharmony in your home life, and it's not just inside of yourself, because we pick that energy of, the disharmony might be even you harmonizing, maybe your yin yang energy out within you, in order for it to materialize or help you usher in that abundance that you're, expecting. They're also telling you when it comes to how you communicate, how you process information, how you analyze, there's something that needs to change in your relationship. All right. Maybe some of you may be experiencing some kind of change at the moment in your relationship that might be giving you problems or giving you sleepless nights, or maybe some of you at that juncture, a decision point or fork in the road where you're needing to make a very pivotal decision with regards to your home life. Okay, and it will have a lot to do with how you communicate in that relationship. So some of you may need to communicate to somebody, or might be expecting communication from somebody, because remember, we picked up that energy about communication with the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands is all about, communication coming from anywhere. It could be email, it could be text message, it could be phone call. So there's something with regards to communication and the way you analyze that, or the way you communicate, or somebody communicates to you that, is going to trigger a relationship change, or may have done that. As the case, whatever the case may be to you, but it looks like this is an area of your life that you're going to need a lot of healing. And I did pick up that energy about early childhood, all right? And maybe some people who have some wounds, childhood wounds, all right? Or child wounds from, your early childhood, where that you have suppressed, that may have affected your ability to speak up and stand for yourself, or maybe the way you even communicate with people. So you have to watch out for that, okay? But there's some kind of healing that Spirit is like, you're going to need to heal that area, or you might be going through that healing right now, but it's in the area of your relationship, all right? So if some of you have gone through any kind of heartbreak, I haven't seen the 3 of Swords here to tell me there's any heartbreak, but definitely I always assume when I see the star card that there's some kind of healing that is needed, okay? There's also the 3 of Wands, okay? I think we picked up that energy earlier on. Or was it the 2 of Wands and now the 3? Let me see. Maybe the 2. We picked up the Two of Wands. Let me see. Okay, so no. It is the Two of Swords. Okay, so there's also here something here about some people consider this as a travel card. You know, some of you might need to travel or make decision about travel that might impact your relationship, or some of you might need to travel in order to heal a relationship. Some of you might need to make a decision. Some people see this Three of Wands as a decision card also, because you have 1, 2, 3, right? And somebody can choose to take this or take that or take that, but it looks like this lady here already has one wand in her hand. All right. The other two are just standing there. So it looks like some of you may have made a decision with regards to your relationship. Whatever this decision is, it looks like there's a rainbow at the other end. All right. For whatever this is, guys, I keep getting that energy about, you know, there's always a rainbow at the end of this whole thing. All right. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's not the end of the world. Something is going to turn around in your favor, and it will turn around in time, perfect timing. It might not be at the time that you want it, but it definitely will turn around, all right, for the better in your life, okay? So let's look at the 4th house, which is the Cancerian energy. And the 4th house is all about your foundation, your family structure. It's all about security, or what you consider security to be when it comes to your home life, all right? It can also mean, you know, how you expect yourself to be nurtured, or how you nurture people, your children, your spouse, your relationships, your, you know, partnerships, you know, people in your environment. It could also even indicate some kind of, you know, relationship that you have with your mother. All right. The 4th house can also talk about mother. So let's pull a clarifier. Holy Spirit, what is this in regards to for Taurus? Okay. So it looks like there's a cycle that is closed. All right. Because the World card is a very interesting energy. This is the universe stepping in when we are unable to make a decision, when we are unable to make a choice, all right, or be decisive or stand up for ourselves, or when we find ourselves in some kind of unhealthy relationship or something that is not good for us, all right, because you have the health card here, which tells me in the area of your home life, there's something that needs healing. So they're calling that out again. You know, even though we had that healing energy here with the star card in your 3rd house, which is in regards to your communication, but here also there's an allusion to your home life. All right, we keep picking a lot of energy around relationship and your domestic life. So maybe your home life, your domestic life, your relationship with your mother, if you have one, or the person that you consider to be a mother in your life, maybe the mother of your children, or somebody that you see in that role. All right. Maybe there's something that needs healing with that person, but it looks like whatever this is, I'm not just picking up the physical health, even though this could also allude to you paying attention to your health. All right. Because of course we did get that first energy about physical activity. So some of you might need to pay attention to your health. All right. Is what I'm picking up with this energy right here. But it looks like there's a cycle that has closed, ended. Some of you might be struggling with it. Some of you might not understand why, but it's always when the universe comes in and, you know, close out a chapter of our life so that we can start a new chapter. Okay. So let's look at your 5th house, which is all about your creativity, about your self-expression, about how you go about having fun, how you interact with your children or the children that you have in your life, right? So there's something here telling you be compassionate. Be compassionate with regards to how you express yourself. Be compassionate with, regards to your children, if you have any, or, maybe the mother of your children or people in your environment, even on your ability to have fun. All right. Take time out to have fun if you need to. Holy Spirit, what is this compassion all about for Taurus? What is this compassion all about, Holy Spirit? Can we get a clarifier? Thank you. Okay, Taurus. We have 2 cards. The first one, is the 3 of Swords. I said something about I haven't seen the 3 of Swords here. Did I just say that? So some of you are going through some kind of heartbreak at the moment. I am so sorry if you're in a place where the relationship has ended and you cannot understand it. But one thing I can tell you is that the universe knows about it. It was definitely not within your control. Whatever this is that has ended, I'm picking a strong energy around the home, all right, around the family, around relationship, all right. But it looks like that some of you are going through some kind of heartbreak that you're needing to heal from, all right, is what I'm hearing. Heal from this thing, all right. Maybe there were some things that were not clear to you. Maybe this relationship did not close out the way you wanted it to because he came in suddenly with this world. It's like sudden, all right? When the universe steps in, it's always sudden. They will never ask you and I for our permission. It's just like, okay, you refuse to make changes. We're going to make that change for you. And it's always sudden. It's always shocking. It's always alarming when it happens. So it looks like maybe whatever this is shocked the hell out of you, all right? And you're needing to heal from whatever this is, a very heavy energy, and I feel really heavy, but it looks like whatever this situation was for you was like the Five of Wands, which talks about somebody, like it can talk about, somebody who needed to stand up for themselves. All right. Somebody who found themselves in a long drawn out battle. Somebody who found themselves fighting, arguing, not being on the same page with somebody and finally just deciding, you know what? I am done. And you might be the one to say, I am done without knowing what pushed you to make that decision. Or it might be the person you're dealing with. It doesn't matter. But this is just competition. It talks about people competing. All right. So you may have found yourself in a situation where, maybe there were other people in this whole scenario. There were other external forces that also affected your relationship. Maybe even third parties, or maybe there's something that came to light with that moon energy that we saw earlier on. But it looks like there's a 3 here, 3 of swords. And when I see 3 of swords, I haven't seen 3 of cups. And I won't be surprised if it comes out. I haven't seen 3 of cups because 3 of cups usually tells me there's third party, all right? But this is just telling me there were external influences. It could even be family members. It could be, children. It could be just anything, all right? But Spirit is just saying, be compassionate to yourself, all right? Show yourself some compassion so you can heal whatever this wound is. For some of you, it could be childhood wounds that, translated or spilled over into your relationship, maybe a way of doing things or a way of speaking or a way of, a belief in a thing or, belief system that kind of affected your relationship or affected something in your life. If some of you, this might not even be about relationship. I don't know why we're turning it into a whole huge relationship reading, because we're picking up strong energies around, around relationship change, around domestic harmony. So of course, for a lot of you, but it won't be for everybody because this also has to do with money. All right. So there might be money, attached to this whole thing in one way, shape or form, because we do have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles is all about money, something tangible. So some of you might find yourself in a situation where now you need to figure out who takes this and who takes that, or how do we split the money or whatever. I don't know what this is for some of you. And that might not be the case for everybody, okay? Now, moving on to your 6th house, which is all about, I'm not sure if I pull this from the bottom or the top, it doesn't matter. I feel that's how Spirit wants us to go. So your 6th house has a lot to do about your work life, your day-to-day life, how you structure yourself, what you consider your daily routine to be. It can also talk about your health and wellness, how if you exercise or how you go about, do you eat healthy? That's what your 6th house is all about. And it's talking about pride. God, I don't know. Spirit, what is this pride all about? Maybe you need to be proud of yourself, with regards to how you handle your work life, your routine. Maybe you've been able to show up. You're always on time. You keep to appointments. You've done everything. You're diligent, because remember, Taurus, you guys are very diligent. All right, very meticulous. Sometimes you guys can be over analytical, and that can affect a lot of things. Some of you guys also are very proud. Is what I'm also picking up. So some of you may have So yeah, okay, perfect. So now we have the Four of Wands showing up, which tells me this is a relationship for most of you. Okay, so this has to do with a stable family life, a structure, something that you consider home for you. All right, or being able to build a home, a solid foundation or a family structure, something that you highly desired. All right, maybe but pride got in the way of this. Maybe you were proud, or the person you're dealing with is proud, or there's some kind of energy around pride, here in your sixth house. All right, so it just shows me again there's something around this relationship that maybe somebody has to swallow their pride and try to make peace. I haven't seen anything that is indicative of peacemaking here, although I've seen the that world energy, which just tells me something is ending. And normally when something ends, it's usually for something to begin. And this is number 21, which breaks down to a 3. And 3 is, I always look at 3 as some kind of number of collaboration. So maybe reigniting something if it's possible. If it's not, then the spirit is like, there was some kind of pride in this situation. Maybe somebody had to swallow their pride, or somebody had to maintain their dignity in a situation. Maybe some of you found out about another person, or other people meddling in your relationship, and you had to stand up for yourself. That's another way that energy is coming across. Now, moving on to your 7th house, and I'm sorry if you're going through any heartbreak, Taurus. Whatever this is, there's something new, there's something better, there's a turnaround, something you've been putting in hard work. If some of you have been trying to fix this relationship, it looks like it's eventually going to come together, all right? But for those of you who are not going to fix it, the universe is also telling you, don't worry, keep going, you're on the right track, something else will start. But whatever this is a chapter of your life that has closed for a new one to begin, all right? And it's usually a new chapter that the universe is giving you another chance, another opportunity at, all right? So when it comes to your hold on, let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to your 7th house now. All right. That's weird, because this would have been very, very apt for your 7th house if it had come out for you. Why do I keep thinking I've done it's 7? Let me see. 1, 2, 3. All right. 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we're going to your relationship house. Okay. So this will have to do with your your one-on-one interpersonal relationships, okay? How you share your money or your resources with other people, how you balance your connection with other people in your life, all right? So the message here is all about self-love. So if you've definitely gone through any kind of heartbreak with this 3 of Swords energy, or you've gone through some kind of closure with the world energy, where are you, world? Or any kind of closure with the world energy, where are you? It's hiding? No. Okay. Or if you've gone through any kind of closure, at this time, Spirit is just telling you, listen, self-love is what's going to cure or heal you. Because now they pointed me back to the star energy. The star, which is all about healing, all right? So it looks like whatever heartbreak, Spirit is like nudging you, encouraging you, listen, you need to heal. You're going to heal. You'll be fine. It's not the end of the world. Pour this love back into yourself and heal yourself from whatever this situation is, okay? There is definitely a need for you to invest your emotion in yourself. Wow. Okay. We didn't even need to shuffle that. Okay, so when it comes to this self-love in your house of relationship, there's something here about the King of Swords. And this king is a no-nonsense king. And I was hoping it will show up, especially when I saw the moon energy. Because normally when you see the moon and it tells you, oh, something is not clear, something is still hidden. Maybe even when you're dealing with like hidden enemies, because that's another energy of the moon. All right. With this, that's crazy. It's right here. No, right here. All right. So this energy of the moon, normally it's usually about hidden enemies. And we got that, that message about other people interfering, maybe some people behind the scenes, some people even in your environment, people that you might even be aware of that are interfering. So when I see the King of Swords, it just tells me there was something hidden that came to light. All right. Somebody was able to cut through somebody's BS. Basically, and that might have led to this heartbreak because you're finding out things that you probably did not even know about that are now coming to light. Because with this energy, it's telling me in your house of relationship and your interaction, one-on-one interpersonal relationship with somebody or people, there's a truth that you're going to get clarity. If you haven't gotten it yet, you're going to get the clarity that you need for you to be able to heal. All right. For you to be able to start something new in your life. And the Ace of Wands is a very good positive energy, which talks about, starting something new and passionate, growing. See leaves growing out of this wand. It's just telling you can grow. If you can pour this love back into yourself, you can regenerate. All right. You can grow. You can revive your heart. All right. Don't close your heart. Don't block it. Don't say because somebody hurt me and that's the end of it. Listen, we all go through heartbreak. I'm just coming out of healing from mine. All right. And I'm not even a Taurus. But of course, I always say we all have this placement in our chart. I have a Taurus placement for me. It's in a very, very hard placement, a hard place in my chart. And the tower came tumbling down, and I'm surprised we haven't seen the tower here. Like I said, I'm surprised we haven't seen three of cups, and we haven't seen the tower yet. Because, this whole thing is like something just came and shook you. And the universe is just telling you, listen, you can grow back from this, okay? It's not the end of the world. Now, let's look at your 8th house, which is your scorpionic energy. It's all about death and rebirth and regeneration and the area of your life where you need the most transformation, all right? It's also about your ability to connect with spirit on a psychic level, to get psychic downloads, for you to use your intuition. And it's all about, energy as well as learning and forgiving people. You have patience. So Spirit is telling you that this situation will require you to be patient with yourself, patient with somebody or people in your environment. If this has to do with your job, and maybe some of you lost your job, and you're going through some kind of pain or heartbreak because of that, Spirit is just saying, be patient, something else will come. So, oh my God. So it looks like some of you, this is my sleepless night card. This is the 9 of Swords. This is like somebody who is not sleeping. Somebody who's up in their head. Like you can't get what happened out of your mind. All right. Somebody's going mental. This can represent a card of depression sometimes. So Spirit is like, be patient with yourself. All right. It's normal when something happens unexpectedly for us to be over analytical about it. But, it's like, don't worry, because, hey, right after that, there's a 10 of Pentacles. It's going to be okay. The 10 of Pentacles is like wish fulfillment in your finances. All right. It's some kind of stability that the universe is telling you you will get there. All right. So don't give up. And of course, you have the Knight of Wands. So you might be dealing this Knight of Wands. Just tell, that's another card that I was expecting to come out. So this might tell me that you may have dealt with, a type of relationship where somebody comes and goes, out of your life. It's not a very stable energy. It's somebody who just comes in for the passion, for the fun, or just comes in and they're like, blah, 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 and they're out. Okay. They're not there to stay. All right. So this is what you've been dealing with. And Spirit telling you, listen, it will come to fruition. All right. Whatever this is was meant to end. And now we have the Knight of Swords. This is a fast moving energy. Is an energy of cutting through the BS, some kind of uncovering, or somebody getting to know about something. And it's like suddenly you found out the truth about something. Maybe about somebody who was in a third party with somebody, but it looks like there's an energy of, somebody who is, and this also is the energy for me when as a reader that tells me somebody who just wants to have their options open and have fun. All right. Somebody who likes sex a lot, basically. Somebody who likes to sleep around, basically. So, and I'm not saying whoever you are dealing with was sleeping around and it could be you, it doesn't matter. Flip the roles. however it fits into this reading. But what Spirit is saying is you will be able to heal yourself. Whatever this situation is or was meant to end, in order to usher in a new beginning. Okay. So when it comes to your ninth house, which is your house of expansion, how you seek knowledge, your quest for higher understanding, higher knowledge, travel, exploration, and your spirituality and your religion. There's something here telling you forgiveness. All right. So Spirit is telling you, please come to a place of compassion. I mean, we have patience, we have compassion, we have self-love. Come on. I mean, this just tells you Spirit knows about it. All right. It was meant to happen for your highest good. Trust me. His thoughts are always of good for us, and it's always to take us to a very good place. All right. So when it comes to, your ability to seek knowledge or even spirituality or religion, Spirit is telling you here with the high priest energy that you need to connect with your spirit guides, connect with your higher self, connect and use your intuition, because some of you may have been getting some kind of download or intuitive messages that you did not, really pay attention to until the world came and turned. Okay. So it's not the wheel of fortune, but it's just something closing out. All right. But there's something here telling you you should forgive yourself. All right. Have compassion on yourself and forgive whoever this is that offset this balance in your life. Okay. But Spirit is like, let your intuition guide you, because your intuition will never lead you wrong. It will always let you know, this is the course of action, and whatever feels normal or good in your system to you is what you need to do. Okay. So when it comes to your 10th house, which is all about your career, your ambitions, your goals, the legacy that you want to leave for yourself, for your children, for people in your community, your public image, as well as, awards and recognition, or how you want to be recognized. All right. They say something, Spirit is telling you surrender. This is a really heavy energy, Taurus. So Spirit is like, surrender. There's something, is like, surrender to the divine. Don't fight this. Get out of your head. We did this for a reason, because we need to get you to a more stable, balanced place. All right. We needed to get you to a more balanced state, place in your life that is going to be ultimately good for your self-esteem, for your self-worth, for your life overall. Okay. Even for your public image, because you don't want to be in a relationship that is not fulfilling to you, where you're going through, people are sneaking around on you, and how other people might know and you don't know. All right. So Spirit's like, surrender. All right. There's some kind of new offering that the Spirit will be bringing towards you, but you need to walk away. All right. Whatever this situation is, this is the 8 of Cups, which talks about walking away. See this old woman? She's walking away. She's like, she's done. Like, she's had it all. And Spirit telling you, go deep within. Go inside. The answer is within. And they're taking me back to this high priestess, which I said connects. So when you see the high priestess and you see the hermit, it just tells me that you guys will be fine, because some of you might be in isolation or reclusion at the moment, or you might have removed yourself. And some of you I'm seeing a picture of somebody curled up in bed, like, feeling lonely, feeling all like, I want to be left alone. But wisdom will come from you going within. All right. From you connecting with yourself, from you, going and doing like an internal review of what happened. Figure out what your role is in this whole thing, and how, what you did also, aside from whatever the other person is. Get your enlightenment, because the hermit's energy is all about enlightenment. All right. The 3 of Pentacles is about collaboration, but sometimes it could also be about third party, and we're getting another 3 energy here. So it could also be about third party, because when I look at this woman's face, she's not happy. So it's not about collaboration here. It's about something in your energy that caused you some kind of heartache. That Spirit is like, somebody needed to walk away in order to balance this situation. I haven't picked up any energy that says, somebody will come back. But normally the 8 of Cups for me, it always tells me when somebody walks away, they will come right back. All right. They may come back. All right. So the possibility of you reuniting or, reconciling with this person is very high, but I haven't seen any other cards here telling me that. Right. But right now, Spirit is just telling you, focus this love on yourself. All right. Focus on yourself. Get yourself out of this hermit mode. Don't stay there for too long. It's good for, I'm trying to look for the word that they are throwing at me. Soul searching. All right. It's good for your soul searching, but don't dwell in that energy for too long. So let's check your 11th house, which is the house of vision, service, your ideals, how you interact with your friends, the way you network with people, and technology, use of technology. It's just telling you healing. Taurus, I am drained. This energy is draining. OMG. Oh my God. I suddenly feel so drained. These readings can drain my energy for real. That's why I don't do a lot of them, because I do personal readings. So, wow. Anyway, so we're picking up this energy of healing again, aside from the star energy, which is also, like I said, about healing. So there's a strong emphasis here from spirit. Your spirit guide is telling you need to heal yourself. All right. So heal this situation. Get out of hermit mode. Maybe you need to be in this hermit mode to actually go through this healing. Whatever this is, all right? You won't be able to go hang out with your friends or network or even be of service to anybody if you haven't gone through this healing. So you might be in isolation. You might feel like you're in a place where you don't feel like interacting with people that much or networking with them. But there's something here about the Four of Pentacles, which is telling me you're holding on to your emotion at this time. You're even holding on to your money. So this might also have to do with money for some of you, but this is the energy of hoarding, of not wanting to give of yourself, of just holding yourself back. So you're definitely not going out there to interact. You're definitely not going out there to mix with people, to network. You know, it's like you're just not in that energy. You're in this energy right now. Okay. So and spirit is like you will eventually have to come out, because there's the Nine of Wands. This is like my wounded warriors. Like you're done. You've had everything thrown at you. You've had a lot thrown at you, Taurus, and healing is needed. All right. This is a heavy energy. I feel so depleted. Whew. And of course, you have the Page of Swords. All right. Which always tells me there's some kind of spying. So either you're checking somebody's social media. Like I said, the 11th house, it has to do with technology and networking. Maybe somebody is spying on you or you're spying on somebody, but there's some kind of somebody who is like still looking at, the possibility of a situation or trying to keep up or keep tab on somebody. All right. So going to your 12th house, which has a lot to do with your spirituality, mysticism, your dreams. It's also about higher dimension, about secrets being revealed. All right. Or things that are hidden from you, hidden enemies. All right. It's also about things that are not, like you being able to use your intuition. You have communication. So you might be getting some kind of downloads from spirits at the moment, since we picked up that hermit energy and the high priestess. So a lot of you need to rely heavily on your intuition at this point. Spirit will be communicating to you, and your healing might be coming in your sleep. I always tell people, just imagine that when we go to bed, we're plugged into this place on the astral plane where we'll have to replenish. So where they have to give us all this power boost. Maybe you're going to be there getting your power boost and getting all the healing that you need to get you out of this mentally challenging state of mind. My goodness, I am so drained. All right. So when it comes to your 12th house, they're talking about communication. So like I said, spirit might be trying to communicate to you. It might be communication about Two of Cups, somebody that you consider to be a soulmate, somebody that you are heavily joined in the hip, or you think you are, or you're attached to. All right. It's about love. It's about love. Okay. So you might be getting some kind of healing in your sleep or getting some kind of messages. And I'm also getting this message that some of you need to go on YouTube and look for healing music that you can put it on when you're sleeping. All right. You can just turn on your YouTube and leave it on. Let the music play. There's some kind of healing, maybe just type in healing, soul or something healing music. And you can, if you want to listen to that while you're sleeping. Okay. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading was very helpful. This is a lot of information for you guys. All right. Thank you so much for joining my Patreon and for checking me out. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't on YouTube, and please also share with your friends. Remember to leave me a feedback. I'd love to hear from you guys. I want to make sure that you guys are getting the best out of all these readings. Okay. All right. Until next time, Taurus, please heal, get well. Spirit has got your back. You'll be fine. There's more to come. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy once you get over this hump. Okay. All right. This is Healing Hands. Bye, guys.